This quiet corner of Menlo Park in California is home to the largest social network on Earth. With an extensive campus, free food and drink, arcade games, ball pits, one of the world's largest open-plan offices, on-site doctors, and even free dry cleaning, the home of Facebook is unlike any other commercial headquarters. But what drove the development of this entire new district? And how did the social network's HQ go from a Harvard dorm room to the vast site it occupies today? This is the story of the town that Facebook built. From the original site going live in Mark Zuckerberg's Harvard dorm room in February 2004, Facebook has grown at an astonishing rate, gaining thousands of users within just a few weeks of its launch, and now serving 1.4 billion active users every day. The site's headquarters has resided in a number of locations over the years. Dominating Zuckerberg's Harvard room in its first few months, he and his co-founders Eduardo Saverin, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Hughes rented a small house in Palo Alto, California over the summer of 2004, with the intention of returning to Harvard for the next semester. But a significant investment from Peter Thiel saw Facebook move into their first official office on Emerson Street in downtown Palo Alto that same summer, and enter a rapid new phase of growth. From there, the firm concurrently resided in a number of different locations across Palo Alto, eventually consolidating into a large base at 1601 South California Avenue in 2009. Around the turn of the decade, Facebook began evolving from a social network used primarily by young people at schools, colleges, and universities into a truly global platform with over 500 million users of all ages across society. With its impact growing, 2010 saw the firm open an engineering office in Seattle and break ground on its first custom-built data center in Oregon. For its headquarters, Facebook eyed the former Sun Microsystems campus in the Menlo Park region of Palo Alto. In December 2011, 2,000 Facebook employees moved into 10 revamped buildings on the Sun Microsystems site, which is now known as the firm's East Campus. In designing the new work environment, Facebook focused on how employee well-being could improve creative thinking, drive innovation, and increase productivity. Gone was the top-down structure of corporations, with the CEO based on the top floor of a skyscraper. The flat, spread-out campus at Facebook's HQ made everyone feel equal. The private offices and cubicles that had defined corporate workplaces since the 1920s were replaced with open-plan offices, high ceilings, communal breakout areas that fostered collaboration, and a central courtyard linking all of the campus buildings together and encouraging movement throughout the day. The design of the campus, with buildings enclosing a secure central courtyard, made it easy to collaborate and feel part of a community once you were on the inside. Externally, the facility was surrounded by car parking and was much more uninviting, a feeling I definitely encountered when I visited in 2013. With its unprecedented growth rate, together with the acquisition of Instagram and WhatsApp, indicating that Facebook would soon outgrow even this site, plans were developed for a further expansion across Highway 84 on what would become known as West Campus. Designed by Frank Gehry, the first stage of Facebook's $1 billion headquarter expansion was the 433,000 square foot, 40,000 square meter MPK-20, which opened in March 2015. Located adjacent to the original campus and just to the south of Highway 84, the expansion houses a further 2,800 employees, while an underground tunnel back to the East Campus encourages movement and a feeling of community among staff. Following the East Campus philosophy, the focus of MPK20 was to create an eco-friendly environment that brings people together. When first completed, the building was home to the world's largest open-plan office, allowing Facebook to drive connections between its team as well as online. The LEED Gold certified building exceeds the requirements of California's strict energy code by 25%. All 1,499 parking spaces are located at ground level beneath the office, making effective use of space whilst preventing the car park surface from accumulating heat. The building is topped by a 9-acre, 36,000 square metre green roof containing over 400 mature trees and over 100,000 native plants, which insulate the building, reducing overall heating and cooling costs. Recognising the effect that trees and the natural environment have on productivity, employees are encouraged to work outdoors, and the rooftop is equipped with Wi-Fi, whiteboards, and unique working spaces. Zuckerberg himself is known to enjoy walking meetings, and has given interviews to journalists while strolling across the expansive rooftop park. In more recent times, Facebook has matured to become an intrinsic part of our social fabric. Its team are now pioneering new ways to build communities and connect people around the world, whilst addressing numerous challenges that didn't exist before it was launched, such as the rise of fake news and the effects of excessive social media use on psychological well-being. With an expanding team, Facebook completed its second headquarter expansion in June 2018. MPK21, also designed by Gary, connects to the original MPK20 via The Bowl, a vast open landscape space designed to further encourage interaction and collaboration amongst employees. At 524,000 square feet, or 48,000 square meters, this latest expansion is even bigger than the record-breaking MPK20 and was built in just 17 months, compared with the 22-month program for MPK20. Designed to achieve a LEED Gold certification, MPK21 includes many of the features of its neighbour, together with a reclaimed water system that saves over 77 million litres of water annually, and 1.4 megawatts of solar panels across its green roof. Containing a 2,000-person event space and a simple single pathway traversing the length of the building, everything in MPK21 takes interaction and collaboration to the next level. With a planned pedestrian bridge over Highway 84 connecting the campus to the parks of the nearby Bay Trail, and an additional 2-acre park and plaza for Facebook festivals, the health and well-being of staff seemingly remains at the forefront of Facebook's facility plans. Indeed, as the number of people working on the vast campus approaches 10,000, Facebook are now developing plans to turn their corporate headquarters into a fully fledged community. Unveiled in 2017, plans for the vast Willow Campus are set to radically change the wider Menlo Park area. While Facebook has never shied away from large-scale projects, its Willow Campus takes things up a gear yet again. Working with OMA in New York, Facebook are planning more than 1.75 million square feet of office space, 125,000 square feet of retail, 1,500 housing units, of which 15% will be sold below market value, a grocery, and a pharmacy as part of the expansion. Their goal is to create a vibrant and integrated mixed-use village that will provide much-needed services not only for Facebook's growing workforce, but for the surrounding local community as well. Set to be developed in phases, the initial office, housing, and retail elements are set to open in 2021 and will be followed by subsequent expansions through to 2023. By investing heavily in the area, Facebook aims to improve transport links, which have fallen well behind what is required for growth in the region. In addition to its headquarters site, the firm continues to custom build its own data centers, such as this one cooled by Arctic air in Sweden, alongside a network of offices in major cities around the world. From its continued expansions, it is clear that people are at the center of Facebook's working culture, and that the social network is challenging the established conventions of what a workplace should be. With the wealth of many tech giants now exceeding that of entire countries, the role they play in giving back to societies is under increasing focus. While Facebook are the first to admit that they are far from perfect, and even reflect this in some of the unfinished feel of their office fit-outs, their headquarter campus in California demonstrates their desire to care for their people and to address their impact on the surrounding community. If you liked this video and want to get more from the definitive video channel for construction, subscribe to the B1M.